Welcome back to the show. My name is Evan, along with Michael J. Babcock.
What's up?
Two-time WNBA champion Renee Montgomery. And man, this is a story that affects you directly. Kyrie Irving, news broke yesterday that he has cut a $1.5 million check to help cover financial issues for WNBA players who opted out of the 2020 season for all sorts of different reasons. They're missing out on paychecks. Some of them are counting on those paychecks, and because of the COVID pandemic and other reasons, they're unable to play. And Kyrie Irving is stepping up in a big way and says, I got you. Don't worry about it. Renee, you spoke with Kyrie. Number one, you got to tell us how that conversation went. And number two, I want to hear how this impacts you and other WNBA players and what you think of the move.
You know, Kyrie, he catches a lot of flack all the time. We know this. You know, he's like the punching bag. People love to make him the blunt of a joke. But just hearing him talk, I mean, you could just feel the excitement for what he was doing. It wasn't, and he made it clear that we don't have to talk about it. We don't have to do anything. You don't have to take media requests. You know, he made it clear that, like, this is for y'all. Do what you want with it, in a sense of, like, this is just for y'all. He went on to talk about, you know, his mom. He's doing it for his mom. You know, he said queens run his life. So to put it in perspective, he knows that women run the show. Guys need to get with it. You guys need to get with it. But he was really just supportive in a sense that he wants to be there for us. And there's going to be more things that they're going to be doing. I'm here for it. Obviously, I'm one of the players that sat out. But for me, it's not even just the money. It's the actual act of it that he wants to do that. He thought about that. And 1.5 million, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
No, I think it's awesome. I'm with you. When I heard about all this, I was thinking the same thing like Renee said, that Kyrie, he gets a lot of crap from people, but there's nothing negative to say about this at all. This is awesome. And the fact that he reached into his own pocket here and $1.5 million is a lot of money. I think there's nothing else to say about this but to commend Kyrie Irving for doing this, because it's just cool. It's awesome.
Well, the only other issue it raises, and this is not a knock on Kyrie, it's not Kyrie's issue. It's a larger issue. You know, we've reported on this for a very long time, Renee, about the disparity when it comes to salaries between NBA players and WNBA players.
To your point, though, that's why when I was on First Take, I was asked if I was a guy and making millions, would I have opted out? And that's my point. It actually, I think, is harder to opt out when you don't have that nest egg. Like, we don't have money saved up. As we just talked about, you know, the NFL players, you made $17 million in your career. You'll be all right sitting out one season. That's just not a luxury that we have. You know, we don't have that money saved up. So for him to do that, knowing our circumstance, that's why I said you can't say enough about what he's doing and the thought process behind it.
Yeah. So what you need now to follow up with Kyrie Irving is not just a check, which is awesome, and he should be commended for that. That's great. Rally up people, high-profile people, to drive more eyeballs to WNBA games, right? Yeah. Change the perception of what some people think the WNBA is and let them see the reality of it. It's hyper-competitive, world-class athletes beating the hell out of each other and competing for real on a basketball court.
Super talented, yep.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? The thing about it is the WNBA, the numbers are up. A lot of things are up in the WNBA, and it's a process. We talk about it. The WNBA is 20-something years old, and the NBA, you know, the other leagues, they're older. So you're not going to go into a job and expect to make the same. I have to tell people that because I want to make more, but I do understand the process, and I'm glad that guys like Kyrie are helping push forward the process and expedite it. But not only Kyrie, but companies. Why aren't companies that are owned by women, targeted for women, why aren't they supporting women's sports like the male companies are supporting men's sports? So I think that's more the problem as well.